Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Medea J, and today's video is a foundation review. So I recently went to the Urban Decay UK Stay Naked Weightless Foundation drop-in session. It was to showcase the range of foundations. Obviously this launch came with 50 shades of foundation, so they wanted to really showcase that, and they invited influencers such as myself, different skin tones, different skin range, undertones, you know, the works. They invited everyone to have drop-in session, get matched, pick up your foundation and try it out. So thank you so much, Urban Decay. I absolutely loved the drop-in session, and this is the foundation. So I got matched and mine was 80WY. Now, as a little backstory, most of my Urban Decay foundations never match me 100%. I'm always in between shades. Like the girls in the Coventry Urban Decay store will bear me witness. I am never, like, my undertone and my shade, it just never matches, because yellow undertone is very difficult to match, especially when you're warmer skin looking. You know what I mean? Like the undertones is the color of your vein, and mine is green, so which means it's yellow undertone. And I actually like the way yellow kind of looks on me, because the minute I start using red undertones foundation, I look orange over a couple of hours. Like it looks really bad, so I tend to just stick with the yellow. But it's kind of difficult to find the right undertone with the right shade. So, but the drop-in session literally was seconds. He matched my foundation to my chest and was absolutely fantastic. It's even more surprising because I've been away on holiday, so I've gone a little darker, I'm a little patchy, but the foundation match was ace, literally seconds. So she matched me with 80WY, and that is 80, which is a deep shade intensity, W for warm master tone, but then Y for yellow undertone. So I absolutely love that. I will cover the different types of shade ranges, and obviously you guys can get matched in store, which I highly recommend, because honestly that girl was a pro. Literally, she asked me to just look at the shades and just pick the one that I think I'm closest to, and hand on heart, this was the shade that I picked first, because I already knew I wanted a yellow undertone, so I just went straight to the shade. So I really love the fact that Urban Decay have really done their homework and checked undertones as well as the master tones, especially for darker skin women. So absolutely love that about the foundation launch. But yeah, I just wanted to do a demo and wear test for you guys, let you guys know what I think about the foundation, you know, its overall performance, let you guys see firsthand. It is a matte foundation, but it's weightless, so very skin-like foundation, which is very new for me. I do love skin-like stuff, but to kind of get a full coverage and matte as well is always tricky for me. So definitely worth me trying this out. So I hope it goes well. As you guys know, I'm recording the intro, so I haven't tested it out for the whole day, so hopefully it goes well. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure you thumbs up if you haven't, make sure you subscribe and all that good stuff, and stay tuned for the wear test. So introductions over, let's start this. So I've already started with my eyes. I've been liking a full bushy brow lately, so I thought to really go in. I'm not really used to doing my brows and eyes before foundation anymore, so it's kind of was a bit weird, but because it's a foundation review, we're gonna do it this way. So I'm just gonna run through what they say this foundation should do, and then application, and I'm gonna do a wear test of some kind. I am running errands today, so I should be out and about, and the sun is really out in the UK, so it should be a good wear test day. So obviously, as you know, the foundation we're testing now is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation, up to 24-hour wear. So I'm just going onto the Urban Decay website just to see exactly what this foundation says it will do. It has everything on the side of the box as well. but we're gonna get to that in a minute. So I'm gonna show you what the actual packaging looks like, and then we're gonna go into the things that it says it can do. So it comes in this gorgeous little unique cotton. I really love the whole stay naked type of range. It's very gold brown type of colors, and then it tells you exactly everything that it does on the side of the packaging. Flexible, breathable, real skin matte finish, medium buildable coverage, does not transfer, minimizes the appearance of pores, stays true to color, waterproof, vegan formula, does not contain animal derived ingredients or byproducts. So it says everything on there. You also get the shade name on the top of the box, which we're going to get into a little bit. And it says what the 80WY, which is my shade, stands for. So that just means that it's a warm master tone with a yellow undertone, which is how I like my foundations. And the shade number is 80, which is a deep shade intensity. It's pretty much got all the information that you need on the unit carton, and it will last you 12 months before expiry, which is that little open jar thing. So the minute you open your product, whatever amount of time is on there is the expiration date from opening the product. And as I said, it says it will last 24 hours. When you get her out, do you know what? I always struggle with stuff in packaging, and I always ruin packages because I just can't. Yeah. Anyway, on the top, this is the first time I'm opening the box, by the way. It says, good things happen when you're naked. Of course they do. And it's a nice flowery unique carton on the inside, like design on the inside, which is pretty cute. And then you get the packaging. So I'm just going to zoom in so that you guys can see this. So this is the packaging. Obviously turn it upside down and you can see Stay Naked on there. I really love the indentation on the packaging. It's very nice and sleek. It's a tough plastic type of packaging, which I appreciate because I don't really like bottle packages. And then you've got this rose gold cap that has UD on the side of it, and it comes with a rose gold pump. I appreciate a pump. So, and that's what it looks like. Again, you've got the shade number and name at the bottom of the product. But yeah, I think it's pretty slick. I really love how slick it looks. I love the shade coming through the packaging. I love the tough plastic. I love the indentation. Very, very cute, sophisticated type of packaging. You guys know that I went on holiday recently, and so I still have my tan. I am getting slightly lighter, but I still have my tan, so I decided to get shade matched to what I am now so I could do this review. But obviously I feel like when it comes to the winter and I get lighter, I'm definitely gonna have to get another shade. So let's get into the website. So aside from all the wonderful stuff that it says on the actual packaging, as I said, it's a buildable medium coverage foundation with a real skin matte finish that lasts up to 24 hours. So it's a matte finish, skin-like medium buildable coverage. So we will be building that to full coverage because I've got a couple of imperfections I'd like this foundation to cover. This lineup comes in 50 different shades. So you've got 50 shades with 9 shade intensities, 3 master tones and 7 undertones to dial in your precise color match. So when I went to get shade matched at the event, I know we were talking about yellow, there was orange, there was blue. Like they really did their homework rather than just say all the dark shades, yeah, we're just gonna add red, we're just gonna add orange. They really delved into what the undertones and the intensities and everything should look like. There is a really good video on the Urban Decay UK site, because that's where I am, which shows you how to match yourself and what it means, all the tones and everything. So definitely worth checking out. It is waterproof. It's a long wear foundation which feels like you're not wearing anything. It's breathable. You can stay, well, it stays on the skin all night and all day. That's amazing. And it minimizes the appearance of pores, which I've got large pores, so we'll see if it actually does that. There is a pro tip on how to apply the foundation, which I may or may not follow because I don't really like using that brush. But it says if you're looking for a full coverage beat, use a flat brush like the UD Pro Large Tapered Foundation brush. So basically, they are talking about a flat, everyone knows these brushes, hardly anyone ever uses them anymore, but this is the type of brush that they're saying to apply the foundation. I don't really like this brush because it isn't the softest on the skin, but I will use it on one side of my face, and then I'm just going to go in with the normal brush that I use on the other side of my face. So we need it to cover them pores, we need it to be full coverage, long wearing, amazing. Basically, it's going to transform my life. That's what this foundation is. And it retails for £29.50, which I think is a good price for 30 milliliter worth of product, which is basically the same as majority of the foundations that I have. 30 ml is like the standard foundation amount that you get. So I think £29.50 is a good price. But yeah, before I speak on the price, let's go ahead and jump into the wear test. So as always, lately I have been loving the Revolution Pro Hydramat primer. I love it because not only does it feel like a moisturizer, but it does keep my foundation and my powder, everything intact all day, and I absolutely love it. I haven't been able to put it down, and it works really well with all my other foundations, so I'm hoping it does exactly the same for this one. Couple minutes. I'm going to do exactly what I've been doing lately for all my other foundations. I know this is a wear test, but I'm going to give the foundation everything like I would a normal foundation. I'm going to go ahead and color correct. As I said, I've been away on holiday, so my discolorations are quite a lot because my skin is trying to lighten back up, so it's very patchy at the moment. So I'm just going to color correct in certain areas just a little bit. And I'm going to set that with powder. Right, so I'm going to use 1/2 with the flat foundation brush. Let's see how runny this foundation is. So if I spritz it, let's see. Right, it is quite runny. So Beauty Blender will probably soak this product up. So I'm just going to do this half with this brush. It doesn't have any off-putting smell. Right, so this is literally one pump. So that's one pump. That it looks luminous, but doesn't feel oily. It's not really covering much, so I'm gonna really need to layer this. But I can see the foundation. I can't feel it, but I need more coverage for sure. So I'm going to speed through the application on this side before we get into the other side. Alright, so I'm not mad at using the foundation brush in the end. I think I had to use 3 pumps altogether for this half, and I don't see my imperfections. It's pretty much covered it, and it feels really comfortable on my face. It doesn't feel heavy or anything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same on the other side, see if I'm gonna use as much foundation or more, and we'll come back. So 1, 2, and I'm going to use the Revolution Pro 310 brush, so 2 pumps. This is the first time I'm using this brush. It feels really stiff. I think this brush would be better for like cream foundation, so I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to use this one, which is the Pro 260 brush, which is a bit softer. Yeah, we go. Right, so I used exactly 3 pumps on this side as well. 2 pumps first and then 1 pump, and exactly 3 pumps on this side. And I think the coverage is there. I'm not seeing any imperfections or anything like that. I'm liking the way it feels. Now this is the reason why I like to do my brows before foundation, because of that shit little white halo thing. I'm gonna have to blend and blend and blend in, but anyway, I digress. I like the coverage. I definitely love the shade match. Matches me perfectly, matches my chest perfectly. I think it looks pretty cool. Absolutely love it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to finish off my face, check back in with you guys, and then we'll do the wear test. Okay. So just for reference, I applied this foundation at 2:22 this afternoon. Let's just say about 2:15 started applying it. So let me just finish my face real quick. Right, so this is the finished face. Just to say that I used my all-nighter setting spray all over my face afterwards, so that you guys know what setting spray I used. Went in with my usual concealer. I actually tested out the Maybelline Insta Anti-Aging Concealer. My friend KK Glamovers recommended this, so I definitely needed to try it out. But everything else was the same setting powder, same bronzer, nothing out of the ordinary. Set it the same way. Just use the all-nighter setting spray this time around because, you know, I got it in the bag that they gave us. So yeah, this is my face, and this is now 3 o'clock. Can't see it, but it is now, if I can show you guys, it is now 3:09 p.m. so I will check back, but so far it did perform well. I do have some smile lines already, and I haven't been out or anything, and I set that area with powder like I do for every foundation, but I thought to point that out. But just looking at my face, I don't see anything out of the ordinary. It worked really well with the products, so let's see how long she actually lasts for. Right guys, so I'm back and it is actually almost 9 o'clock, so 4 minutes shy, so we're just gonna say 9 o'clock, and I've had this foundation on since about 2 o'clock, so let's just say this is all in all 7 hours. It is really warm today in the UK, very warm. So I've been out and about, doing house stuff, running errands, and I came home and did some chores at home, and I literally haven't touched my face at all. Like I haven't done anything. I've eaten, hence why my lipstick is a bit but I have not touched my face. There is one thing I want to point out, which isn't to do with the foundation whatsoever. I am quite aware that there's a white cast underneath my eyes. Now, that is due to the Technique color correcting powder. Now, this powder is good, but you need to be very careful, and I think I may have left it on a little bit too long, in as much as I tried to set it, you know, try to put some Mario Badesque spray underneath and stuff like that. It's a very light hand, and I think I may have used too much. So just in case if anybody was wondering, I'm quite aware that that's there. So let's get into my thoughts. So the only thing I can notice is my nose is oily, but that's a given because I've got oily to combination skin, and I normally get oily around my nose, chin and forehead area anyway. So by now I would have definitely, regardless of the foundation, topped up with my powder. So as a matter of fact, we're actually going to do that now and see if the foundation holds up or if it splits. So I am just, normally I use the Wonder 2 powder, or sometimes I just use a foundation brush, especially the one that I've used for my powder earlier on in the day if the oil isn't that much. And the oil isn't that much, to be honest, so I can only just use my brush. So I'm just gonna go over it. So take away any shine. And the shine is gone. So the only other thing I can notice is still the smile line, which I saw earlier on in the day anyway, is still there. But what's really good is that it hasn't spread. By now my smile lines would be so deep depending on the foundation that I use, but this one is still the same line as this morning. Not much difference whatsoever. My face still looks pretty flawless. My neck as well, because I put some foundation down my neck. No lines, no foundation resting in my lines or anything. It looks pretty flawless. To be honest, this foundation felt really weightless all through the day. I didn't feel like I was wearing anything. Obviously I know I am, but it felt really breathable. My skin felt like air was passing through. It didn't feel choked or clogged up, especially with the weather today. So let's rewind it a little bit with some of the claims that UD had. So they claimed that it was flexible, breathable. Definitely breathable because my skin felt really good, didn't feel choked. Real skin matte finish, absolutely spot on. It is a matte finish. As I said, I normally oil up around my nose, but even that wasn't too bad at all. Medium buildable coverage. It is buildable. I did have to use about 3 pumps per side, which was okay for me. So 6 pumps in total to complete my face and my neck, which is all right. Does not transfer. Now that is, no, it does transfer because I can already see my t-shirt has some foundation on it, but then again that could have been my powder, but you know, doesn't transfer. It transfers, like, let's just be honest. So if we want to test that out, I'm just going to take my hands and do that. But then again, it could be the powder, but there's foundation on my hands, like you can see there. So I mean, that does not transfer thing. Let's just put that to the side for a second. Like, UD, I love you, but no. Minimizes the appearance of pores. I would say absolutely yes. I don't really see my pores forcing its way through to my skin. I think it looks pretty flawless. I look flawless on camera. I look flawless in person. I don't see my creative pores, so that's a definite yes. Stays true to color. Does not oxidize whatsoever. The same shade that I applied on my skin is still the same shade now. Hasn't oxidized in the weather, hasn't changed color, tone or anything, so that is spot on. Waterproof. If it's not transfer proof, then I don't know about waterproof. So I don't know about waterproof. Vegan formula. Does not contain animal derived ingredients or products. So will this foundation last 24 hours? Probably. You obviously have to top up and just like get rid of any oils, use a blotting powder, blotting paper, whatever the case may be. But I do think it can last a really long time. I would not recommend anybody wear foundation for 24 hours anyway, but I think for like 18 hours, if you do like long and stuff like that, it will definitely last for you. So all in all, I fully recommend this foundation. For £29.50 you get a really good coverage foundation that feels skin-like, it's matte, weightless, it doesn't oxidize, it's medium buildable, it's breathable, it's vegan. It ticks all the major boxes. So absolutely, if you're on the hunt for a foundation, especially the fact that it comes in 50 shades with different undertones and master tones, I fully give this to UD for like really going in and doing their homework when it comes to undertones and master tones, and just making sure that you don't have to mix and match colors to suit you. But yeah, I hope I covered everything. If you guys have any specific questions, definitely leave it in the comment box below. But I can't think of anything else to cover. Packaging on fleek, love the pump, love the products, just love everything about it. I fully recommend it. Definitely check it out. Get a sample size from Urban Decay. They're quite good with giving out samples. Try it out for yourselves. Let me know in the comment box if you've used it, if you've tried it out, what your thoughts are. Let's have a conversation around it. And I just want to use this opportunity to say thank you to everyone for supporting me and for all the love recently. I hope to bring you guys more reviews and videos, so definitely recommend my channel to your friends. Subscribe if you haven't. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, and I will catch you guys in a future video. Now remember, God doesn't like ugly, so be nice to someone today. Love you guys.